My name's Rhapsody and welcome to the Sojourn. The Sojourn is an atmospheric puzzle game by the developers Shifting Tides. It's currently available on the Epic Games Store for $24.99 USD or your regional equivalent. There's a link in the description to actually be able to pick it up from the Epic Games Store at the moment that also has an affiliate code attached to it that gives me a little bit of a kickback if you happen to purchase the game. Pretty much that's all I actually have to say in the intro here. I will go on a new Sojourn. I have done the first 5 areas of this game to make sure that it's something I was particularly interested in playing, and it is. Very serene, very beautiful. You might have seen trailers for this at E3. I happen to know that that's where I initially spotted it. It's just stunningly beautiful in the trailer, and I knew that it was something that I absolutely had to get into. So I'm pretty certain, because I've done it slightly before, the opening is just following this light. The puzzle mechanics will get gradually introduced after we're introduced to the world. So we're currently being introduced to the kind of reconstruction mechanic that we will see over the course of the rest of the game. That contributes a lot to the kind of natural beauty and kind of atmospheric beauty as well. Excellent. Cheers for the staircase, friend. Been a while since I played a much kind of slower paced game. At the very least here in the first couple of puzzles, it'll be slower paced. We open our eyes in hopes of seeing what lies before us. But all we realize is how alien our world is. So we start at birth. Looks like we're going through the entire life cycle of, a person. Here we have the birth in question. Both of the adults are wearing blindfolds, but not the child. And despite that, the child is wearing the amulet that both the parents are wearing. I'm going to try and solve the story over the course of the playthrough, but as an atmospheric game, it's entirely possible that the story is going to be a little bit more obfuscated than would be necessary to read on initial impression. I have no certainty for that, unfortunately. So if you're unfamiliar with any of the puzzle games that I played in the past, I've done a couple puzzle games here on the channel before. One second, as I love how wanting to get you through this path is an opportunity for them to just show you the vista of the world. Beautiful. So puzzle games that I've done in the past, I always have a very, very specific formula for how I deal with them. Identify all of the moving pieces in play, identify all of the ways in which they could interact with one another, and then whittle that down to the ways that make sense to actually progress. Oh, there's another character in the background. Oh, actually multiple. There's a soldier kind of general folk that doesn't seem to have an amulet. Seems to be some kind of a trader. Possibly like a merchant lord. Oh, well, there's our wizard. Gotta have one of those, and one missing. It's implied by the other areas that there would be kind of a symmetrical nature here, so it's entirely possible someone's been removed from this story here. Alright. Maybe he's just getting a little older, and nothing else seems out of the ordinary there. The mechanics will gradually get introduced past this point. Starting here. Step into the flame. This grants you a special power to enter the dark world. Beautiful effect in the dark world as well. the constant shattering and rebuilding of the world is beautiful. Start moving around to see how you consume power by walking in any direction. So as we step off of the flame, we start to consume the power until it's gone, and then we're back in the light world. The fact that you can enter and exit the dark world is, you know, going to be important later. In that specific area, it didn't really imply or do anything. We first picture the world as a piece of art, painted with the unknown that our eyes observe. As a force of habit, I'm trying not to leave dead air as a Let's Player, but I'm also trying not to step on the kind of atmospheric nature of the game either. Discovery. Excellent. Probably need to turn the sensitivity just a touch down on my side here. So apparently I'm just going to step all over the top of the atmosphere by doing this. Controls. No. Not going to have... It's fine. Oh, no, camera sensitivity. There we go. Pop that down to about 31, 32. Ah, that's a lot more similar to how I usually play. First dawn. Okay, so the child is gradually progressing. So we are very much going through the life cycle of this child who I imagine is probably us. I'm just gonna, like, stake in a guess right there. Certain platforms and walkways are only available in the Dark World, so you can see that that's not covered. Now it is. So the expiry mechanic of the flame then becomes important for, okay, how can I set this up for traversal of different platforms that I'm going to need to traverse? Use this statue to swap places with it. You can only use statues when they're awakened. Step into the flame first to awaken it. So statues are only awakened in the Dark World, and then hovering over them, you have the ability to swap with them. You just immediately swap places. It does not consume any flame to do. And then here we get shown kind of like the first progressive mechanic here. So in the center ring, we can see 5 different examples of points, and then 5 on the outside, and then 7. Right, yeah, 7 on the further outside, on the outermost ring. Seeing as one of them just lit up as soon as we completed a puzzle, should be fairly simple to observe that, yeah, okay, that's just a... it's a very atmospheric way of developing the idea of progression in the game so far. Alright. You can move the statue anywhere by swapping with it. Swapping does not consume the power of the flame. So there's a bridge over there that I'm not going to be able to get to. Or rather, get across in time. I'll, like, die if I try. So instead, we swap with the statue. Move even further up. Right next to where we ultimately want to end up being. Swap with the statue. Refill our own flame. Swap with the statue once more, and then go across. It's an interesting kind of like a swapper-like mechanic if you played the swapper before. Similarly a puzzle game. Anaphora. Ah, there we go. I was wondering where you were. Excellent. So this is going to be like a kind of like multi-stage movement. But it serves as a really good example of you can just use it to refresh your flame 100% easily. By swapping there and back. There we go. Beautiful. So yeah, these are the 5 that I've completed. I think I've also seen the 6th. So definitely not too far into the game. Small hindrance. Ah, yes, a gate. The dark gate will be open as long as there is a statue on this platform. This platform being this one over here. Okay. So how we're going to set that up is just one swap there. I'll move over until I'm on the platform, then swap back. Ease. I think this actually... There's only one more element that I've seen introduced so far. Simple twist. Alright. Where's our... Ah, there we are. Where's our statue? Alright. Just immediately get it on this to demonstrate the simple twist that they're talking about. Wait a second. I need the gate open, but I need the statue as well. How do I... Well, how you do that is by getting the statue up here first. And then swapping to it. Beautiful. I'm actually a little embarrassed about how long that one took me in my own time. So I'm very glad that I had previous experience with that one. Through the shadows. Honestly, looks like pretty much the same thing here again. Pretty much, right? Guess there is a wall on the other side. I have done this one as well. It's just I'm not entirely certain I remember the solution for this one. Oh, yes, I remember the solution. You can teleport straight through those. I love how it's kind of like subtly implying that these mechanics that you are definitely going to need in the future in more comstract? I was going to say abstract and complex ways, but instead I've invented a new word. The atmosphere so far is very kind of trading town still, especially with like the large silk. Okay, right. The kid's finally getting his blindfold. And the parents seem quite pleased about it, frankly. Specifically, the wizard is giving it, and also the wizard doesn't have a blindfold of their own. Nor did any of the other characters, actually, in the initial room. So maybe it's something specific to that family? Alright. And here is the final room that I've actually seen. Consonants. Using this statue rebuilds nearby broken bridges for a short time. This game is lovely and serene, and, you know, sometimes we need a break from things that are a little bit too active. Things are a little bit overstimulating. Not that this doesn't have, you know, an incredible amount to focus on. But sometimes it's nice to step back. Take it a little slow. Oh, good to see. I was terrified that there was not going to be a statue. Let's do that swap a couple times, just to make sure I'm good at it. Yeah, we're gonna run out of time on that. It's gonna be real awkward. Well, at the very least, I didn't fall to my death doing it. Okay, so we're definitely going to have to use that to move and then somehow get it back on the platform. Alright, let's see what we can do. The first thing is definitely want to get myself all the way up here. Right. And then I can make my way across to that. I know what to do, I think. Right, we make our way here, play this, go across, and then teleport the statue to the end. That seems to be a no. Maybe I just didn't go far enough. Yeah, maybe I didn't move the statue far enough initially and I can still do it. It's fine. It's fine. Although now I've got to set it up a little more frustratingly. Because the statue's as far as it is. Just gonna double swap. I mean, I can double swap right up until... Hang on. Just use it as a refresh, Ryan. Why am I doing anything else ever? Can't swap places with the statue here. That's fine. I'll ring that again. Is it specifically made so that I can't... I have to imagine the distance is specific so that I can't accomplish this. I'll try it one more time just in case I'm, you know, being a little daft about it and not going the full distance. But after that, we'll try and find another solution. There we go. Actually, hang on. Is that the furthest I can go? Tell me when I have to stop. Really? That's a lot further than I thought I was able to go there. I would not be surprised if I'm still capable of doing it now. Yep. So now I can teleport back to base, walk over here, teleport to the statue, and I'll be fine. I'm glad I gave it that last good old try. Otherwise it would have been awkward to start looking for a solution that didn't exist. Harmony. Alright, so the intractable elements. This is where we're going to start employing that. We've got 2 flames. We've got a gate key, as well as the ability to play this in order to open what? Honestly, that harmony is not currently demonstrating what it does. There's also a dark bridge there. What's... It must be something over the other side that it's fixing. Okay. Let's just teleport to you and then find our way across. Excellent. It's probably just like a piecemeal solve here. Ah, yeah, of course. That makes a lot more sense now. Now I get to bring that statue all the way over. Beautiful. Again, pretty simple here. I figure when we get to the 3rd ring, things will make themselves, you know, oh. I think it'll get harder in a moment, I say as I mess up. Okay. How am I planning to get the statue and myself over here? Okay. That's a little more difficult, right? Guess I could move the statue to a better location, but even that's not great for us. Alright, game. Alright. Maybe I didn't even need it to begin with? No, I definitely needed it to begin with. Whee! Try and jump across. Never gonna work. Alright. What am I missing in this puzzle? So the name of the puzzle in particular was Harmony. So things working in tandem or sync. At least I think is what's being implied here. Oh, bring it across and then use it to get myself across. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, use it to refresh there. Beautiful. Yeah, that wasn't so complex. To the point that I have to imagine that many of you would have spotted it before I did. Excellent. These are going to be kind of segmented into usually 20 to 30 minute episodes, but here for the first episode, we'll go for 40. Just to get past the introduction. Intimidation. Ah, okay. Impossible terrain in the Dark World. Interesting. Okay. So that's, again, just another... Or rather, this appears to just be an introduction of a mechanic rather than... One sec. Am I not going to be able to complete that like that? Yeah, I'm barely even going to be able to get across like that. Hang on. I've got to space these out better. So what, I'm just basically using one of them for movement? Seems correct. Okay, I'll put you there. Get that back and then move myself across. Yeah, that's not going to be enough. No matter what way I slice it. I definitely can't go across there myself. I mean, I can kind of just use these as pivot points, right? To get my energy back constantly. My flame, rather. So, let's move myself here and then just swap back immediately. Move myself all the way up here and swap, 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 swap. There we go. Get full energy back and now I can throw it across. Oh, deep breath in because I've just realized how complicated that mechanic is going to be in later levels. Yeah. Also, apparently here as well. Whoops. Thought I'd finish this puzzle game. Yeah, we're not going to be able to see around that corner. Okay, so I think the one that needs to move to there... The one that needs to move to there is the other one. I might actually need to reset the challenge. Move the wrong one across, and I think I've left the other one out of position to be able to actually fix it. Unless, like, I repeated the same steps in the opposite order, which... Look, I'm going to save the time on that one. Oh, okay, yeah, you literally could have done it from the outset? That makes sense. Okay, maybe I did have the right one on and there was another mechanic that I'm missing. Dang it! I'm not supposed to struggle in the first episode. It's not how it's supposed to go. Game, please. Alright, so we can put you on there. Swap you back in a way that won't actually help me. Okay, and then I've got another bridge on the other side that's too far for me to walk, and just one flame, right? That's actually one thing I haven't done. I haven't inspected the entire map. It's like part and parcel of the first thing that I said in the entire series. Is, oh yeah, we need to make sure that we identify all of the moving pieces in the puzzle first, and move accordingly from there. Why does the one that I put up matter? And does it? No, it doesn't. Because we go to here and then swap. Almost. Did I just... yeah, I reset the puzzle by doing that. Ooh, hell yeah, go. You know what? I actually made it harder than the reset, so again, I'll reset. Perfect. Perfect. I was just going to spend 40 minutes in this puzzle, actually, in particular. I know I wanted to show you the, you know, the atmosphere of the world and all that kind of jazz, but, no, apparently I'm just going to spend my entire time on this puzzle. So hopefully you like the atmosphere in here. Alright. Now it was... move... across back to here. Why would it be this? I'm just resetting the puzzle like this. Yeah, if I have to flip myself back, I'm resetting the puzzle like this. So what can I accomplish with this from here with a hard corner? From here? Nothing. Not really. I think that means that the final part of the puzzle has to be actually finishing that door. Or rather, standing on that lock to open the door. So I think that's the initial misread that I had here. Was trying to go for that earlier. So we get one of you over there. Great. And then teleport you back there. Teleport myself to... No, that's not significantly different. In fact, it's worse. Right? Yeah, I get no benefit by just walking across there right now. I guess I could probably move the statue to this side. Maybe. There's probably not enough room for it. Did it show up that I could have done it? Apparently it's jump time. It does the Mirror's Edge kind of fade out. Oh, never mind. Yeah, okay, that's another reset challenge. Oh no. This is one problem that I occasionally do have in puzzle games, where if I spend a little too long on a puzzle, I start to get self-conscious. Because I'm entirely aware that from the outside looking in, it can be easier to solve these. As well as there are, you know, people significantly more clever than myself out there. Okay. Why does the one-wayedness of this matter? Right? If they're introducing it as a mechanic here, why does it matter? Literally just so that I have to go around and I can see through it? I guess they can't have it be a gate because we know gates to be unlockable, right? Okay, so it makes sense that that's there. Right. That mystery solved. So all I need is that to be further up there. So somehow I need that to be on the block and this one to be further up there. How do I achieve that, given that the flame is here? Without unlocking it, of course. Well, it's not without unlocking it. It's while leaving it locked at the end. So we'll reset to the initial puzzle state. Gaining enough energy back to do it. And you know what? I'm gonna see if it's actually possible to get one across here. It is. That will provide us no utility whatsoever. It's nice to have it there, but now how do I get this across, right? Yeah. That one's not happening. All right, another reset. Oh, yikes. Yikes at me. Sometimes I think if I just look at enough of the mechanics at the same time, they'll all piece themselves together in my head. Sometimes it works, frankly. It's gonna be something so simple that I'm missing here. I can't move one across the other end somehow. I can start trying to swap that one out instead. How does that affect literally anything? I suspect it affects it in the way that it doesn't. Please, Raps, don't end the episode on this puzzle. Yeah, this is a similar setup to what we've had in the past. Having moved this further across. That's achieved very, very little for us. So that's a special bridge, and that's, you know, an anti-special bridge, we'll call it, right? This is a Dark World bridge, and that's a Light World bridge. And another Dark World bridge at the very end. I have the ability to reposition these. And I have a lock that one of them eventually needs to be standing on. So let's work backwards, forwards, right? So if we're working from back to front, at the end state, I need to be over there. One of them needs to be there. I clearly need to have enough dark wall to, or rather dark flame world. I don't know what that mechanic is. I'm gonna, you know what? Flame. I'm just gonna say enough flame. I clearly have to have enough flame to get across this at that point, so I need to teleport to here somehow. Right. So how do I teleport to this location with full flame? With only using one? You don't. You don't do it like that, do you? I think I've got it. I think I've got it. And if it is this, then yes, many of you definitely spotted this before me. Yeah, I think I probably now don't have enough flame to actually do the opening. Nope, I do. It's good. Okay, so that goes there. That needs to be a bit further up. Okay, how do I move that further up? I initially had an idea of how I was going to do this. Hang on. Because the idea is that we actually leave one of them here. Right? So this kind of a teleport actually ends up happening. And then the one that's set up on the far side is the one that we teleport to. How do we get it set up on the far side without relocking the entire puzzle? By what? By what mechanic do we do that? Because we swap the statue from here down to there in order to get, you know, the whole puzzle active. Alright, so let's reset the puzzle. So ideally what happens here is we have that across there initially, and we swap between the two and then just swap between the two on the other side. So how do we get flame and the ability to do that as well? Let's start by just moving this here. Move immediately back to it. Yeah, this in particular is the problem. This swap is the problem. resets the rest of the puzzle. It seems essential, though. But it's antithetical to the solution that I'm trying to propose? What was the name of the puzzle again? Intimidation. Okay, yeah, that's literally just means, hey, there's spikes. So yeah, we can teleport this back and then move it up, but then we're resetting the puzzle, right? It's specifically that this needs to be here first. Yeah, because otherwise then we get into the light world and, you know, try and move across here, and literally the whole puzzle is about not being able to do that. Alright, and apparently we're going for an episode doing just slightly longer than 40 minutes because I'm not letting this puzzle dunk on me. Are you kidding me? It is the final puzzle of the second ring at the very least, so I don't... I was about to say I don't feel too bad, but yes, it's not wrong. Remaining interactable parts. I can use this to move... No, that's a reset of the original puzzle. I'll swap off of that. Swap that on. Now I have those two set up how I want them. Oh. My God. Ryan. That's literally the proposal that I made like 10 minutes ago. Ugh. One of these days, friends, one of these days I'm gonna brain good. But today is not that day. Familiar scenery? Alright, fine. We'll fall for the initial trap that you're proposing here. Of trying to get that done like that. This doesn't seem like a trap here, actually. It does seem like the solution. Did I miss something? I don't think so. Okay. So that one's a touch less of a puzzle. Which also makes me feel worse, because usually they go in increasing order of difficulty, which means that the previous one was easier than that. Oh no. Alright, so this is about finding the correct ones to swap to any particular area. I can also transfer rather one statue on a button to be... Can transfer it to be on the other side. Hang on. I'm gonna make that move and then swap. Oh god. Oh no, it's fine. It's the other one that we make here. Yeah, that's the whole point of the puzzle. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna need to hit that right before this. Beautiful. Also, if you're gonna go for an atmospheric environment and you find a legitimate diegetic way to include a harp, oh! This is another story room, I'm gonna guess. Okay, those two spirits there are definitely our parents and we're the kid, right? Being guided. Okay, so the merchant prince is being paid off by the father here. Okay. Off we'll go. Into another vista. And I hate to do this, but before we enter, we're going to end the episode. My name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been the Sojourn. Again, all of the links are in the description down below for the ability to pick this up with an affiliate link on the Epic Game Store if you're particularly interested. The game will release on Steam and I think other platforms in 2020. I don't know if there is a specific release date currently announced otherwise. For the moment, hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves. There's a playlist in the description down below with all my content on this game, past, present, and future, and hopefully we'll see you next time.